Hello everybody, I'm Alicia, author of the book, Don't Be a Stranger. I wanted to hop on and share with you something that I was discussing with a patient just yesterday in my practice. We all deal with loss. At some point in life, you're going to experience loss through death, loss through likely the end of a relationship, a breakup, or a severing of a relationship due to other circumstances. You're going to experience loss of a dream, loss of a life you thought you were going to have. And journaling can be an incredibly impactful way of coping with and letting go of some of the emotions, processing some of the emotions underlying a sense of grief and loss, especially when it feels abrupt or unexpected or unresolved. And so, as I was working with this patient yesterday, we were processing unresolved feelings related to the passing of a friend. And I had asked the patient to journal about this over the week prior. And when I asked him yesterday if he had his journal to share, he didn't. And he mentioned that he just got stuck. He sat down to write and he got stuck and he didn't quite know why he got stuck. And so what I did is I basically came up with a series of questions and I said to him, you know what, sir, I'm going to read you the beginning of a statement and I'm going to help just get your creative juices flowing, right? Because at the end of the day, in order to process through those feelings, we've got to get them out. We've got to identify what they are. We've got to remove some of those blocks so that we can work through those feelings. And so that's what we did. I sat there and I provided him the beginning of a sentence and I asked him to fill in the blank. And I just had him write during the course of the visit. And it was really fascinating what came of that throughout the course of this time together. I saw the tears on his face. I saw him at various junctures and recognized where in the parts of his processing he was struggling. So for example, at the section where I asked him about his regrets, he felt like that was a really big section. So clearly there were a lot of regrets that he hasn't really allowed himself to think about because maybe to do so would be too difficult. And then what do you do with it? Once you're aware of a regret, what do you do with it when that person is gone out of your life? And so I thought I would share with you, in case any of you could benefit from doing an exercise like this, having seen how incredibly powerful it was for this gentleman, I thought that I would offer you the same fragments that I offered him as we walked through writing what I came to call a release with love letter. The idea there being release the memory of the person that you cared about, that you love, that you miss, release them with love. You can keep this letter for your records forever. You can throw it into something and send it off into the ocean. You can burn it safely. Please be careful not to start a fire. But sometimes these sorts of exercises can be incredibly cathartic. And so allow me to share what I offered this gentleman. And you'll of course replace the name of who I offer with the name of whoever it is that you would like to process grief over, that you would like to come to resolution around when it comes to a memory. So we started off, I'm just going to use the name Alex. Dear Alex, what I miss about you most, ... And imagine as I'm reading through this, go ahead and pause the video if you're actually writing this letter as I go. Each time I stop, I want you to pause the video and write, and then start it up again when you're ready to go on to the next section. It's a handful of these. So dear Alex, what I miss about you most is, what I regret the most is, I wish, I remember you each time you made me a better man or woman, mother or father, brother or sister, lover, partner or friend. You fill in whichever one makes the most sense given your relationship with this person. I will honor you by. This is where you get to speak to the legacy that that person can live on through you. I will honor you by. And once you've written out those sections, and please don't rush, take your time and allow whatever feelings come through you. Allow them to overwhelm you, preferably in a place that's safe, knowing that you're not going to be driving right afterwards or doing anything that requires full concentration. And then ending this note saying, thank you for being my friend. Thank you for being my lover. Thank you for being whoever that person was to you. Fill in that blank. I release you with love, and I pray for your peace until we meet again. And of course, that might be dependent upon your spiritual or faith-based system. But the idea there being, end it with the release with love. And pray for that person's comfort. Pray for the goodness of humankind. Pray for their legacy to live on through the people that they touched. Pray for something. I hope that you find some comfort in this, and I hope that using these sentence structures can be as therapeutic for you as it was for us yesterday. I would love to hear what your experience with that is. Either way, thank you so much for watching.